Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Martin Dreyfus Show. Welcome back to our continued coverage of the Russia and Ukraine crisis. I want to go over an article together about the sanctions and the economic impacts that are going on in Russia. Specifically, the companies that have chosen to leave Russia either for morality or for money. Because you got to think with places like America, the United Kingdom, other major countries in the world banning Russian energy. Some of these countries are doing this for money, not morality. But let's go ahead and get into all. And now there's a lot of companies that have left Russia. Um, CNN wants to start out with the automotive, which as we can see is Ford, which is no surprises. That's a huge American company. We got General Motors, same thing with them. Toyota, Volkswagen, and Nissan. Toyota and Nissan are typically, I believe, I don't know if they're both Japanese, but they're both Asian-made cars. Volkswagen, of course, being German. German, surprisingly more than Toyota and Nissan, but still no surprises. Boeing, I believe, is an American company, so that doesn't surprise me. And Airbus. So I'm sure there's a lot of political pressure on the aviation space to not send anything to Russia because, you know, although we can't create a no fly zone, we're trying to do everything we can without direct escalation. So, Apple, of course, it's all good for morality and good for marketing if you do this. Facebook blocked access to Russian news outlets, same with Twitter. Um, Netflix, I don't. Does that mean that they're not gonna allow anyone in Russia to watch Netflix? That's kind of, I don't know what kind of, why would you do that? I don't know. That's definitely a marketing scheme. Um, it makes sense that Spotify has restricted Russian shows and left Russia. I get that. YouTube blocked Russian state media. Airbnb sending all Russian operations in Russia and Belarus. I would hope so. I wouldn't. Could you imagine, like, you're not, you don't got a phone, you don't, like, go watch the news, you're just, like, in the middle of nowhere, you're a world traveler, one of those long beard, long hair guys, and like, I'm going to Russia, I'm going to book my thing, and you get to, you know, or Belarus, and you book there, and you just see tanks, and, sorry, I shouldn't be making funny comments in a time like this. Um, IBM. These are the big ones for me. BP, Equinor, Exxon, Shell was today. Um, these are made. Exxon, Shell are two of the biggest gas distributors in America. So these prices are going to skyrocket. Although those are, I'm thinking, Russian prices, not American prices, because we've never paid $49 for a gallon of gas. Um, Norway's MasterCard, Visa, Amex. They're shutting down all the banks, DirecTV, Disney, Warner Media, a bunch of retail. A lot of this, again, is for marketing. The energy is very important. The retail is just logical. Of course, they're not going to keep open stores in the middle of wartime when borders are closing. Shipping companies are huge. Cargo bookings you can't order, and that those are the big ones. Energy, because of how much money Russia makes from them. America also banned Russian oil today, which we'll get into later. Shipping companies are huge because it's gonna halt more of their supply chain and mess with that. And overall, it's causing the ruble to crumble. It's causing Russians to flee. What I don't understand is companies like Netflix, companies like um, Warner Media. None of that makes sense to me because you're not, like, I'm not going to Netflix for my news. I'm going to Warner Media, I don't believe, for my news. So it's not like you're banning Russian state media. You're just prohibiting normal people who might be protesting the war from watching a movie. So that's just a marketing scheme. I give them no credit. The people who did something important are Exxon, Shell, other energy people. Of course, this Maersk and MSC Mediterranean Shipping Company deserves a lot of credit as well. Um, Amex, Visa, MasterCard probably deserves some credit, but I again don't know. I guess that would affect their economy and crush the ruble a bit too, so I guess they deserve credit. The rest of it's kind of just propaganda to me.